Hi there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lasandra Tiara, and today I have a very interesting topic, and we're going to talk about ghosts. Yes, we're going to talk about ghosts, and I'm going to give you a few ghost stories, and you guys are going to, reflect back on if you've ever happened to see ghosts before in school, boarding school, homes, villages, abandoned houses, haunted houses. Yeah, so I wanted to bring up this topic for a reason, because very many people have asked, have you actually seen ghosts when you're out somewhere with your friends and you're trying to conversate, and people actually have not seen ghosts. People have actually not seen ghosts, but I have seen many kinds of ghosts. Yeah, I don't think I'm weird or spiritually or I'm a medium. No, there are certain types of people who have the ability to see in 5D. A human eye is always seeing in 3D, and people who are capable, I'm not saying I'm special or anything, but I happen to see in 5D, to actually see the spirit world. And this is really really true, because and I'm not being delusional or anything. These things actually there, because I've met a few people I've spoken to from school, from all over other places, and they actually say they have also seen ghosts. Now, to begin the topic, I want to explain a few. I'm going to actually describe for you 5 types of ghosts, the most common, the 5 types of ghosts that you'd actually see or you've seen. Then I'll take you back to my high school ghost stories and ghosts I've seen. Oh, before I forget, I've remembered, I want to tell you how ghosts came about in a nutshell. But most of you, I'm sure, know about it. Ghosts are souls in without the human form. Do you know, this is like a costume, a uniform we wear when we, like, on earth. Like, this is like a costume that we wear. Our soul is actually the spirit, and that's what we also call ghosts. And ghosts normally are said to have stayed back due to denial, like sudden deaths, for example, like accidents, um, sudden deaths, poisoning, killing. So, in a nutshell, when you die and when your soul leaves your body, you become a soul and you remain with your physical ability. Your soul is more physical than the body itself. That's for another topic. I'll discuss that in another topic. I'm just trying to describe that you actually alert and you remember everything. It's just you. Imagine you just walking out of your body. Same thoughts, same character, same, So we all actually the same when we get out of our bodies. So, excuse me. That's weird. Anyway, so when you are out of the body, you're still sensing, everything. You actually just yourself as a soul. Then you fail to, in the spirit world, you have, sudden deaths. You have to go, maybe follow the light in the tunnel or something, whatever people say they see, and how they actually go. Those who believe in what's it called, the Catholics say when your soul gets out and others go to the light of at the end of the tunnel. Those who have had almost these experiences talk about seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, and they follow it, and they, it's a beautiful world out there. We actually don't see illuminations of light in right colors. People have gone in the afterlife, I've seen, and that's for another topic as well. So those who kind of remain with sudden deaths, with anger, if you've been killed, or troubled souls usually stay around, or don't really try to find peace and go to purgatory, like the Catholics, and Buddhism we call it the nirvana. So yeah, it's different. So some stay around because they're confused. Oh my god, am I dead? Some actually don't even know they're dead. Yeah, so I'm going to explain to you. That's how I explain how ghosts came apart. So now let me go to the 5 types. We have the funnel ghost. These ones mostly appear in pictures. It's like a white cloud. I've seen that one before in school actually. It was my S1. I was just coming from my cousin's dormitory, and we're going up to my dorm. They're pushing me to my dorm. Then we see it's like a funnel, like a cloud of smoke closer to the earth. And this thing, the one we saw, it kind of had something at the back. And in the morning when I asked the canteen lady, because I used to be her friend, and she's like, "Hey, last night we saw some." She's like, "Hey, I went to that man and no cousin no one like that place. A woman and son were killed there." That explains what we saw. And then after we have the fog, the mist, the one that where you around. Have you ever noticed that you're around some place and you just feel chills, very cold? The place is very cold. You just start feeling so cold. Now, yeah, there's a ghost in your midst. If you've lost your mom, your dad, your auntie, your uncle, your favorite best friend, whoever who wants to come around, and you feel that coldness, the wind, like literally you feel very cold. You're like seated here and you just feel totally cold. Your friend is in town. Yeah, so there's a mist, that one where you feel cold or chills running down your spine. Yeah. And the third one is the poltergeist. The poltergeist, in the German saying of the noise ghost. Now these ones you should be very worried about. These are the ones that make sounds like banging, throwing things around, twitching of the electricity lights, twitching and on and off of the electronics. You hear things banging. Now that one you should be worried about. It's the most common but less found. So if you have something like that, that's called a poltergeist. The German phrase, the noise ghost. And then we have orbs. The orbs, like if you spread out like a blanket or a bed sheet or something, and you just like heat it up like this, and you see those small particles, those are called orbs. I'm not saying the ones on the blanket that are orbs. I'm giving an example of those things you see that come on the phone. See how your phone is like you're recording something that like things flying, like let's say in the dark. It's something like that. The ghosts that are like orbs. They have those small things that fly. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know if you can see, if I can show you something like that. It's those small things. Yeah, so the orbs. And which other one did I forget? Yeah, that's about it. And yeah, and also the friendly ones. The friendly ones. The ones who always, be around you. They won't even bother you. They're just there, like your mom. And you see, and when you notice something, if you always try to, it's like you've seen something and you see it at the corner of your eye, and when you turn to look, it's actually not there. Then, those funny kind of things. So, those are the type of ghosts I have. The friendly ones, the funnel, and they're always around us, because these souls are around us. And school time, I even had a friend of mine. She was walking back to her dormitory, and she met this very short something. She just looked at it. She was very freaked out. She just walked back to her dormitory. Then there's another friend of mine who actually just had pig snot right next to her bed. She was called Cleo, and it was crazy. Like me, I don't even know. I've seen black ones, I've seen white ones that walk, that appear and disappear. I've seen, it's crazy. Black shadows, tall things are climbing the bed. I don't know, they call them calamanda. The thing had a big head, but then I was so close to Christ, I used to pray and everything. I just go into a dream. Christ, I think since I was a child, my mom is gonna say this and she'll be surprised. When I had a cradle, like a crib. I sleep around my room in a crib. So those cribs that the wood patterns, how cribs used to be these days. I used to see small white things like playing with my hair. It was weird. Like I remember seeing things, and they never used to bother me. I think they were there to comfort me. They were like animals. They're also animal ghosts and ghosts that are human. You can actually see your pet when it dies as a ghost. So yeah, and this other time my mom told me, now this one was my mom. She told me she was in school. She was in some girls' school, all girls' school, and there's a time they used to put off the lights. Like, hey, we're turning off the lights at 10 and all that, and now they put off the lights. And my mom said she was leaving her bed to go and wash her uniform, and she looked at the other door. It was a very large door, those Asian missionary schools. She looked at the other door and she saw something peep, and she looked back at the last other door. There were two entrances, and it was the same thing, exactly that one she saw. Peeped the same way, in the same angle, at the same time. It was crazy. So yeah, ghosts are really funny. And this other time, I woke up. I used to like waking up early to read those things. And I look out the door. I used to wake up like earlier than everyone. I remember timekeeper at that time used to leave me the keys, help her open classes like S3 there. I look at the borehole and the thing was pumping itself, literally. Boo, boo, by itself. Crazy like shit. I went back. I was mesmerized. I couldn't go anywhere. That day I slept till 6:30. I came out when everyone was out. But then I used to do it a lot because that time I was really spiritual. I was so born again. So the next day I still woke up. I still went. I showered. Then I got the keys. I walked, and there was a distance between the dormitories and the classrooms. I used to walk singing praises, and there was this funny tree that used to be on the same path where I used to go to class, closer to class. And I would do things. I was used because it wasn't the first time I passed there. I would just start singing praises as I walk. Crazy. Then I reached time for putting on the lights because the timekeeper would say, if you want to go to class early, I'll give you a keys, you help me open up all classes. Now that's where the trouble came. I have to open all classes thinking, closing my eyes, switching, looking for the switch. Then there's a huge field. You're seeing funny shadows, man. It's crazy. It's really crazy, but I really wanted to share this stories with you. Now there's this girl told me one time she was leaving her bed. She was sleeping on the those decars with like 3. So she looks down and she thinks it's her friend. She calls out, hey Lillian. She looks up at the thing, turned and looked at her, and it was crazily bonny. Like, it's crazy shit out there. Like, I just thought about this and I thought I would share with you guys about these crazy ghost stories and all that. And by the way, there's a way you can actually tell any entity to leave your home or whatever. You just command them, because they're just spirits. There are people like us but without the uniform, the body. You just say, oh, please get out. Open the door, say, please leave my place. I don't want any trouble with you. Just go. You summon them respectfully and they'll actually leave. I have done that myself. I'll be honest with you, I've done that myself. I was sleeping one time, not once, not twice, different rented houses. These are things just like us, as in they're just souls that have nobody. They can, and they have the ability to teleport or go anywhere they want to be. You understand? I'm not saying that I'm evil or what, or people are starting, hey, but maybe you're not a Christian enough. That's why. No, they can't go anywhere. Even in a pastor's house, they can be a ghost. Because it may not even bother you. It's just a soul. Maybe your father, your mother, your grandmother, your child, your dog, your pet, your lost pet. You understand what I mean. So it's happened to me. I had a few knocks. You have a gut feeling and an intuition. In the morning, I said, Baba, out. Guys, I didn't sleep. Kept knocking shit. Get out. This and that. And the next day I was actually sleeping comfortably. Till now, you just have to summon and be like, don't get scared. Fear, as I told you in my last law of attraction videos, is one of the worst things that can ever happen to you. You have to eliminate fear. Fear creates certain things. Fear creates imaginations. Sometimes maybe you're not seeing ghosts, but the fear, you're seeing a jacket there, you're forming it into, I don't know, a figure or Fred Krueger or something like that. So eliminate fear. Just be strong, firm, and say what you have to say, and banish. Just say, I want you out, please. Eliminate fear from your life. In the graph of abundance, happiness is here, grief, sorrow, and hate, and fear is the last of the that graph, what's it called, vibrational graph. So you need to eliminate fear. If you have fear in your heart, most of these things you might even be creating yourself, because you're imagining things, or you're creating things through fear and making a court look like Freddy Krueger, or that kind of thing. But you need to start to eliminate fear out of your life. If you want to manifest anything you want in your life, through the law of attraction, thoughts become things. When you align your mind with your emotions and eliminate fear, you still get what you want. I've told you fear is the worst thing that happened to mankind in my previous videos. Go and watch those. So I was saying, family say, please get out, I don't want you here, welcome here. Kind and family, welcome here, please. Or direct them to move to the light, or say please rest, or I'll see you in the next life, or whatever you have to say, or preach, or pray, or lament, whatever you guys believe in. But me, I've done it before. I family asked them to leave. I said, no, you guys, I didn't sleep last night. I'm opening the door and you need to leave. And funny reason, there are friendly ghosts, or actually good ghosts that are good, that you can live in a house, and they have they just stick around, help you with this and that, or help you. Some ghosts that actually help you with your gut feeling, or the spirits that are okay. Some white people, Chinese, would say the good ones to stay and the bad ones to get out, the ones with bad intentions to get out. But whatever the case, you can say, everyone, you're not welcome. Please leave my home. I want peace. I want, privacy, because these are just like us. They're just human without the uniform. They're just souls. Like I would come out of this body and I'm still a Sandra, but So yeah, that was a story about ghosts. A little brief about ghosts, and to actually let you know that ghosts really exist. But you need to be firm, strong, and if you don't want anything, or you walking around and you see something, just be strong and affirm it and say, just leave me alone, or don't bother me. You can even use your telepathy, like tele whatever, with your mind, and just say, I don't want to be bothered, and everything's gonna be fine. So those are my ghost stories. I hope you enjoyed it. Next time I want to bring you some other stories, so stay tuned. Take care.